Sephiroth is a time traveler. Oh, shit. I finally beat Final Fantasy. And my initial reaction, I loved it. I honestly, it was a journey. A little bit padding, a lot of bit of padding. What am I talking about? There's a lot of bit of padding. It's 30 hours plus content of a 5 hour game. And it should have been over a long time ago. But just seeing my characters, Cloud, cross dress, and Tifa in her dresses, and seeing Aerith and Red 13 have all these like talk and these personalities just pop and like it rings true to who I wanted them to be. I just Red 13. Oh my god, he sounds amazing. I loved everything he said. Just like doom 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 doom. Like when he first comes on the screen, it's like, I just answered your question. My name's Red 13, designation by Hojo. Anyway, love the combat, love the game, love it, love in general everything about it. However, there's been a hate from it for whatever reason, and people hated the story. I think that people just don't generally understand. Sephiroth is a time traveler. Think about it. Everything, like when you're going down that alleyway, just like Maximilian dude said in his Easy Allies video, when you're going down that alleyway, and he totally fucking missed me. When you're going down that alleyway, and in the beginning, when you have first having the hallucinations of Sephiroth, he's deliberately trying to stop you from meeting Aerith. Crazy. When you see her, she's surrounded by all these whispers. These whispers are not necessarily deviations from the story. They're more the fans, really. The whispers are the fans. The whispers are those legacy guys who want the story to be the same. They want everything to be in place. The whispers were delaying Aerith so she can meet Cloud. It's insane. You think it's like these are some annoying enemies, and no, it's not some annoying enemies. Another example, as you're fighting that final boss, as you're going through it, you think, okay, there's these three, red rum, I forgot the other thing, it's red rum, something else. It's yellow, red, and blue. And they're supposed to represent Tifa, Cloud, and Barret. But if you look at it a little bit closely, it's Laz, Kadaj, and Pazu. Or Yazoo. It's Pazu. Yeah, Yazoo. And you're like, oh shit. The weapons are the same. They summon Bahamut. It's Advent Children. It's the remnants of Sephiroth. The Harbinger of Fate was Sephiroth. And he was commanding Cloud to kill them so he can have more control over Cloud. The man have more control over Cloud so he can see that he can control Fate. Or to trick him into controlling Fate at least. I don't know. That's my take on it. I think if Zack is alive, maybe they have an in-game sequence where they're fighting Sephiroth together. Maybe it's not just them fighting it. Maybe he's a permanent party member. And he's actively in the game. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe a little bit too much. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. Maybe you get to see Jesse at Gold Saucer. That's fucking insane. I heard Maximilian say that. I was like, oh, she's still alive, but she would know what you're talking about. Oh my god. It's incredible. They may have a bigger role now that the timeline has been altered. Now that everything's different, maybe Biggs and Wedge alter are more important to the story than what they maybe they'll be playable characters. I doubt it, but maybe. What if Zack is actually alive and in this timeline? Honestly, I think he's in an alternate one, not currently in this one, because if you watch, they show the Whispers are too busy dealing with Sephiroth's BS and his butterfly effect. That's why they were all surrounding Midgard at the end of the game. They were all just wrapping around it, trying to prevent him from changing the events too much. Like when he stabbed Barret, that wasn't supposed to happen. He was supposed to live. And you begin to realize once you get into Shinra HQ that these guys are really just trying to save the game. They're trying to say Final Fantasy VII original is the true timeline. You're supposed to get destroyed by that meteor. Aerith is supposed to get stabbed in the back while she's praying. But as you play, Aerith herself was starting to realize it herself. She starts becoming this like flirty, like her personality just completely changes 180. She's like, you can't fall in love with me. You can't do this. These are the whispers. This is what it is. Like, I'm interacting with the planet. This is who I am. This is what it is. And she changes, and she's like, okay, we need to stop him. Everything about Sephiroth is wrong. At that end scene where she's like, everything about it is wrong. Don't believe anything he's saying. He's not trying to save the planet. He's an asshole. We have to stop him. See, she understands completely. So maybe the planet and her are a little bit like, planet's trying to, like, planet is there, past, present, and future. It has no relation to time. So with Aerith and the planet being this kind of ambient force or that's constant, they're always in sync. She would know everything, but because the whispers keep touching her, she says to herself, she's losing a little bit of herself every single time. And I think once you understand that, or once you kind of like think, okay, it's an alternate timeline, it's a little bit different. Maybe the story's not so bad. Maybe it is a remake. It's okay for something. It's okay for people to redo something and a little bit different. I think that the only valid criticism again is just the padding. The game honestly is a solid 8, 9 out of 10. Solid. There is that instance where you're climbing up the Shinra Tower, and it looks like this JPEG image somebody slapped on it. It looks terrible. Like, oh my god. What is happening? The criticism of it being a poor remake or a betrayal to the fans is not exactly what they wanted. This is, I feel like people are just outraged. Anyway, that's my take on it. If you agree with me, disagree with me, I appreciate the discourse. Honestly, I just want to hear what people think about Final Fantasy. I want to hear what people think about what the future may hold. I mean, me. Like, they're not going to completely just take you out of take me out of Cosmo Canyon, not have you meet Bugenhagen, not have you go through all these towns and seeing the town burn down. Sephiroth himself is going to manipulate the hell out of the game. Think about it. He manipulated fate. He is the harbinger of fate. Like Vincent said, the calamity of fate or something. The dark calamity of fate. Whatever. Anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I am Chocolate J, and this has been my rant, my fucking ramble, whatever the fuck.